ladies? And I thank you for tuning in once again. I've been hearing some amazing testimonies. Thank you for sharing them with me. Continue to share, comment, tag. You can find me on Facebook at Kenneth Crystal Locke. I love to hear how this series has been affecting your life, how it has been changing you. So remember to share the video with other ladies that you think will be beneficial to joining in with us. So ladies, I'm excited. So we talked about being honest with yourself. We talked about self-love. We talked about renewing the mind. And so many more topics. So listen, ladies, let's just jump right on into topic number 5. Well, what is topic number 5? I call it pain addiction. What does that mean? Exactly what it says. Pain addiction. A lot of time we go through things, and I'm not taking it for granted. Listen, people have hurt you. Family have hurt you. Friends, relationships have hurt you. And I understand that. But are you addicted to the pain that they inflicted on you? Well, what do you mean am I addicted to it? Are you not allowing yourself to heal and move forward from it? Yes, it's a powerful testimony, but guess what? It's not going to be effective until you overcome. If you have not overcome it, guess what? It's not a testimony. Well, what do you mean? I went through it, but you're not healed from it. The Bible says that God said, I wish above all that you will prosper and be in good health. That is not healthy, carrying that pain. It causes sicknesses, afflictions on the body. Carrying that stuff and you don't even recognize it because that's not who you are. It's a strong testimony. Like, listen, life happens and I understand obstacles come. I remember when I first gave my life to Christ and I was living life. I'm like, you know what? I really don't have a story to tell. I really ain't got no testimony. Well, baby, let me tell you this now. I got so many stories now. I say, you know what? I hadn't experienced life yet. But guess what? I didn't allow the things that I went through, the things that people did, hinder me from walking into my identity, finding my purpose in Christ. Because if I did that, I could never fulfill my purpose here on the kingdom. You gotta let it go. You have to let God heal you. His word said by his stripes we are healed. He already paid the cost. He's already paid the price for your pain and suffering. You don't have to deal with that anymore. And guess what? It's a good testimony. It is. But let me tell you this. Somebody else was in a worse situation than you. They dealt with it and they've overcome, but you're still holding on to the same sob story, playing the victim. It's time to get out of there. It's time to address the wounds that you've been covering up, that you don't want to heal. It's like you keep picking at it. You keep picking at it. You keep picking at it. You looking at it because you know what? It reminds you of what you went through. And appears to make you feel stronger. But guess what? You're stronger when you overcome. You're stronger when you overcome. So ladies, the things you've been through, are you just holding on to it? You refuse to let it go. And guess what? By you not letting it go, it's bringing in unforgiveness. It's bringing in sicknesses that you're dealing with. Sometimes you have to ask yourself, like, God, why am I constantly dealing with this? And guess what? Holding on to that pain, it goes right into unforgiveness. I remember I had this back pain in my back. And listen, I didn't pull no muscle at the gym. I didn't pull no muscle at work. I didn't sleep wrong, no nothing. And this pain would come in my back so strong. Like it would just start happening while I'm washing dishes. And it wouldn't go nowhere. I couldn't get no sleep. I'm like, what's going on? And my husband, I asked him to pray for me. And he prayed for me. He said, Crystal, you gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. And I didn't want to because what they did was wrong. It was wrong. It was wrong. It was out of order. I was right and they was wrong. I honestly was upset that I have to learn to forgive and let it go without even getting an apology, without even them acknowledging what they did. But to whom much is given, much is required. God knows your end from your beginning. He knows your purpose and he doesn't want anything hindering your purpose. So guess what? I urge you on today, let the pain go. Put it down. It's time for a new testimony. You've been saying the same testimony for the past 3, 4, 10 years. It's time for a new one. He's a good God. He's going to bring you through. The higher you go, the more things you're going to go through. But the thing about it is there's victory in your fight and you're already overcoming it. And that's what matters. So guess what? You don't have the same old testimony. Now you have, I can help this person overcome this. I went through this. I've learned how to handle this. I changed this. And it's all a part. It's like different puzzles. And when you bring them together, it gets you. But if you never allow the puzzle to come together, you never develop into who you really are. Because you're addicted to what people have did. Are you looking for something? Can you accept the apology you would never get? And I know that's tough. I know that's hard. But it's time to move forward. It's time to experience God at another level. He's an amazing God. He's an awesome God. And He has great things in store for you. But if you keep it locked, if you keep yourself locked up in this one thing, you'll never develop into who you are. And this one thing, when you look back, sometimes when I look back on the things I went through in that moment, it was tough. In that moment, woo, Jesus, I had to pray. I had to pray. I cried. I prayed. I cried again like, God, this ain't right. But guess what? It made me who I was. And when I look back on it, I realized, you know what? It wasn't that bad as it seemed. But can you do that? Are you ready for it? Or are you just comfortable in your pain? People are comfortable in their pain like a homeless person. They constantly, they want help, and they have their signs and say, help me please, if you could just only help me. And recently we had some cold weather in Wisconsin, some extremely cold weather. And we had people out there, we had churches open up their churches. We have different organizations open up their buildings to get the homeless people like, listen, we have the transportation to get you there to a warm place where there's food, where there's blankets. But the homeless people, they were comfortable in their environment that they didn't want the help, even though it was life-threatening. You holding on that pain, holding on to that pain is killing your future. You holding on to that is killing your purpose. So that homeless person did, even though it was life-threatening, they didn't want to go. The help that they've been asking for, they're standing outside every single day saying, I need help, I need help, I need help. But the moment somebody reaches their hand out for help, or to give them things that they didn't want, they're comfortable. They don't want it. Like, no, I don't. What I thought I want, I didn't want. I'm comfortable in playing the victim role. There's always a way out. There's always a way out, but you have to allow God to come in, saying, you know what, God, I allow you to come in and to heal me. And a lot of times we say, you know what, God, I give it to you. And then something's like, do I really trust it? I take it back. Then we pray, God, I promise, I give it to you. I lay it at your feet. I lay it at your altar. I'm open. You come and move in. God, have your way. God, have your way. And we're crying in tears just to pick it back up and say, you know what, I got this. I can do this on my own. We put it down, pick it back up. Put it down, pick it back up. Well, when are you going to put it down? And lift your hands and say, I surrender. I let it go. I can no longer allow what happened to me as a child, what happened to me as a teenager, what my mama did, what my daddy did, what my uncle did, what my auntie did, what my friends did, what that relationship did. I can no longer allow that to affect me, because it's killing me on the inside. It's killing you physically, it's killing you mentally, and guess what? It's killing you spiritually. And you think you're hiding it, but you're not. And you can put on a smile in front of people, but God knows what's on the inside. And that's the most important thing, and that's all that matters. Is what's on the inside. Is the inside true? Is the inside healed? Are you truly healed? Are you ready to let it go? And saying, you know what, God, I know you got more things in store. And I got more people to help. And God, I know you will never leave me nor forsake me. And you will carry me through every single obstacle that comes my way. But I'm determined to press beyond, because I know there's much greater on the other side. So ladies, take a moment and realize and see, are you purposely holding on to that pain? Or are you saying, you know what, God, today is the day I allow you to come into my heart. allow you to come into my situation. I will no longer pick it up. And God, have your way. Because you know what? I want to be the best woman of God you called me to be, God. And I want to walk in my purpose. I want to walk in my destiny. And I want to continue to evolve each and every single day. That I don't be stuck in the same position that I was, that I'm in now a year from now. That a year from now I can look back and say, you know what? Look how much I've grown. Or a year from now, I'll look back and say, you know what? Ain't nothing changed. I'm still holding on to it. So ladies, I challenge you. I will always have a challenge, because challenging is what pushes you. Challenging you gets you out of your comfort zone. Challenging you puts you to the test. And so ladies, I'm challenging you to let go of the pain. And it's okay to cry. It's okay. It's part of the healing process. A wound doesn't heal overnight. It's a process. But allow it to take effect. And this time, don't pick at it. Don't pick at it anymore. Just allow God to let it heal. And you be obedient to His word. And you be submissive to God. And say, God, you said you would never leave me nor forsake me. So I'm going to take you at your word. I'm going to trust you. And I believe that you are a God that heals, delivers, and set free. So ladies, that's it. Thank you for tuning in to day 5. And once again, share the video. And I will see you tomorrow for day 6. I got another great, amazing topic for you. I'll see you then, ladies.